Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Priyanka, and I help you unleash the power of law of attraction and create the life that you want. So, today I bring all of you another amazing success story. I have with me is Hidar with me, who is from California, and she is here to inspire you all with her life journey. Before we start, Izdihar, would you please give us all a little introduction about yourself, what you do, who you are?
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. And may peace be upon you. Thank you so much for inviting me today. And I'm just really blessed and feel really honored. And a little bit about me. I'm a mom. I've got two munchkins, three if you count my husband. But I've got two munchkins, and I live in California. I used to be a computer scientist, but I've transitioned to entrepreneurship due to circumstances, due to the signs I've received. And I absolutely love helping women to be the top authority in their field by helping them to be a best-selling author or helping getting them to be in the media, TV, magazine, or TED, you name it, because I feel that we've got so much potential that to have like those amazing brands endorsers, not only we're going to reach more audience, but it's going to give confidence to the people, to our audience to trust us.
Right, right. Wow, from a computer scientist, which is completely IT job, and I know because I am an IT myself, and then completely becoming a CEO of your own life. I think that is a dream of every single person, I would say. A best-selling author and entrepreneur, a podcaster, and you speak on national television as well for US, right? Wow.
Yes. Thank you.
That's like, I think that itself gives all the viewers the impression that where doesn't matter where you start from, it always matter where you want to go in life. So is there, how did this transformation happen, like from your computer scientist to then starting your own business and making yourself like a national speaker now on television and a podcaster and everything? How much it was like difficult, or what were the restrictions that you had to overcome? I know because there are a lot of limitations in ourselves, first of all, right? Because leaving a very comfortable job, which is like a monthly paying job, leaving that and then starting something completely unknown where you don't have any idea that what is going to happen. So how did you take that leap of faith and how did you get to where you are?
Yes, that's that's a whole story in itself, isn't it? I guess it's not like ta-da, here I am kind of thing, right?
Of
It's
course, yeah.
Series of things. Yes, I'm being a computer scientist. I have a PhD in computer science, but I've always felt that it's not where I belong. Computer science is amazing. It's amazing field. But as a computer scientist, you would know that for some people, like programming is like oxygen to them. They've got to program like oxygen. For me, I'm like, programming. But I'm good at other things in the computer science. So I always felt that I didn't belong. And then computer science predominantly guys. So when they talk about all this computer sciencey stuff, I'm like, huh? What? What are you talking about?
Oh
So
my
I
God.
always felt like I didn't belong. I don't fit in there, which is fine. Like I did really well, because that's just my commitment to success. So I'm like, okay, then there must be something else. And then one of the things that I did when I was doing my PhD was that my husband and I, we started an organic delivery business where we deliver organic produce from the farm to the customer store because I was pregnant with my first child then.
All right.
So we wanted a healthy lifestyle, and we were intrigued with financial freedom and being financially free and all that. So we started that journey. Then that was like, I think maybe 10 years ago, a little bit more than 10 years ago. Like, because it's a shift, right? Computer scientist is one thing. I've spent all my life studying it. Business is like, oh my God. People, that's why I think the biggest pitfall pitfall or the biggest trap is that people transition. I'm quitting my job in 30 days. I'm going to go on business. And then they failed because they didn't put the foundation that is needed in business, whether it's sales, whether it's client attraction, whether it's, marketing and sales. So I've built it for the last 10, 11 years. The foundation, building it and learning, failing, losing money, making money, losing money again. It's just part of the learning. I think one of the biggest shifts in me shifting was when I came to America. My husband was like, hey, do you want to go to America? I'm like, okay, babe, let's go. Because he was offered his dream job. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to support my husband. Let's do this. So we took our kids. They were still young. I left my job. It's really hard because I've got a secure job. But at the same time, I didn't feel freedom around it. So I'm like, okay, we'll just move to America. My kids were still young. But in America, I was faced with, in the beginning, a lot of social harassment and abuse. Like, when I go out, people would just harass me or call me vicious name, or they vandalize my house. They would literally throw shit in my gap. So that was really, really sad. And then one day, when you're so sad, you don't know what to do. There's only like you and God. There's no one else that can help you. And I was reading a storybook for dinner time, and not dinner time, bedtime. So my kids chose the story book. They chose the story in the storybook. And then when I read that story and I came across the line, Priyanka, I felt as if God was giving me a sign, like, this is your way out. This is my way out. And I felt like, the weight's being lifted. It's going to get better. And when you wanting something so much in your heart, you just keep praying for it. Times will come. And then suddenly my husband was like, oh, I bought you this course where you can become an online coach and work from anywhere in the world. I'm like, okay. So it kind of, like the signs were given to me. Like I was used to brick and mortar business before. So I shifted it so that I can work around my kids. And it just shifted my mindset from a victim, to I was getting sick, to business, to helping people, using my skills. So it just shifted it, and I've never looked back. So here I am. I moved to America 5 years ago. So here I am 5 years now in one of the blessing I will feel that happened in my life. Because otherwise I wouldn't have shifted drastically, right? So that's kind of like how I got started with entrepreneurship.
That's amazing. Is it as we talk about the shift, right? And you said that you shifted your mindset, right, from one thing to the other, and I think that is where the law of attraction is the most important thing, right? You talk about shifting your mindset from the existing to the one that you want to create. How do you think, is that a very easy job, or what were your difficulties that you faced, while you were trying to make the transition? Because, as a mind, as it said, that either you control your mind or the mind is going to control you. So when you're trying to change something, the mind is going to keep drawing you back to that old self, the old belief, right? But how did you overcome that challenge, or how did you, manage that whole shifting phase of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the law of attraction works because it starts with the mind, right? With the thought, your feeling is within you. That's what you attract. And the rest are the actions that you take based on what you feel or you think. It wasn't easy, Priyanka. Like, look, I would rather cry all the time, right?
Of course, I agree.
Who wants to check out a course and learn stuff? Like, who wants that? And like sometimes, when you're being a victim, you just you drowned in it. Sometimes it's hard to surface back. But I felt that because the sign was given to me, and my husband was like, have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? Have you done it yet? I'm like, oh God, babe, leave me alone. And I'm like, right then, I'm just gonna do it, right? Just so that he's like, yeah, I've done it, kind of thing. So I think it's kind of, sometimes it's just hard on us. I know, like for things to change, I must change, but sometimes you just need the extra love and support from people around you. So I've got my husband kind of like is encouraging me, and me myself, I'm like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being sick, because I was getting sick, right? Because I was crying all the time. I didn't feel safe going out. I'm sick of doing this,
Right.
I felt that there's something better that I can do. And what have I got to lose?
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if I just do 10, 15 minutes a day, what have you not, in between, with moms, like, you drop your kids for activities, you have to stay there. And that's the time I'm kind of like doing my coursework or learning something. If I don't chat with other parents, that happens too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, it's not an easy thing, but it is possible. If you've got your right environment, if you just encourage yourself, because people think it's so, like, the thing where people fail is because they make it too big. For me, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do 5 minutes of this or 10 minutes of this. And I'm more like, okay, the only thing I gotta think about is just me moving forward. Forget about making money that time. Let me just move forward. And that's what excites me. As a scientist, you get excited when you explore things, when you test things out, when you try things out. That's what gets me excited. I'm trying new things. I'm testing this theory. I'm doing this and speaking to people. So that kind of pulls me back. And it's not an easy thing, but it is possible. Just have the right support. You just gotta trick yourself a little bit.
Exactly. Yes.
To move forward. So that's kind of how I moved forward. And that's all that I've been doing. Like, I just move one day at a time, one thing at a time, rather than 10, 20, 50 things.
Just one thing at a time.
Exactly, one thing at a time. So I know myself, if I set on myself a 20 to-do list, I'm going to bail.
Of course.
So I just do 1 or 2 things at a time. And that's it. And then I just move the next thing and the next. I make it easy for myself.
I think that's what, where most of the people do the mistake is they plan their entire day or their entire future in one go, right? It's all about taking that one step at a time. Even like take 1 minute of your life at a time. And then in this minute, this is what I'm doing. Then the next minute comes, I'll plan it accordingly. I think that's where, then we don't go very hard on ourselves. Otherwise, we feel stressed out, and that has happened with me as well. Earlier when you try to, like your, I think that's where the desperation and everything comes. The negative feeling comes in us, right? When we get angry or anxious or this desperation, because in your mind you're creating that you are not doing enough, or you have to do these things. But it's very important to go easy on ourselves. So, with all these going easy on yourself and all the things that you said, which was lovely, and I think which is the main essence of the law of attraction, how do you see yourself now, with all the success that you have at this point? You are a best-selling author, you are a podcaster, you speak on national television in US, and, how do you describe the journey that once you have reached here, how do you feel about it? And do you think all that you went through at that point of time and not giving up, was it all worthwhile?
Absolutely. Like, first, I feel like really, really humbled and grateful, because who'd have thought like I would go on national TV in the US, or go on a front cover magazine, or be best-selling author on the media, or be able to help people. Like, I'm like, oh, I wish that it could be me, like that's how I work. Oh, I wish that it could be me. Oh, it'd be so cool that if I had that. But because it's the law of attraction, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
And when it's something that you've planted, and you start to see things happening, and I'm actually really, really grateful. I mean, like, oh my God, it's amazing thing. I think the most amazing part of it is the journey getting there.
Yes, very important.
Exactly, the journey. Who did I have to be?
Yeah.
What did I have to do? Or like, it freaks me out to speak in front of the national TV on Fox TV. Right? I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like we had to do it 2 times because I'm like, like, it was massive, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And then learning, for example, for the magazine cover, front cover, I had to learn how to pose. I'm like, oh, I'm not even a model, but you got to learn to smile. So it's the journey that's getting there, the people that I met. That's the thing I feel that with the law of attraction, once you kind of set your intention or set your
Yeah.
vision, start to see whether people coming up or
Yeah.
opportunities being opened, or
Yeah.
you find a way in, somewhere. It would always open up.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
always,
one of
always
the most important thing, I think. Not
exactly.
overthinking at all.
Exactly, not overthinking at all. Like Michael Jordan's trainer. Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember
Absolutely.
seeing him playing when I was growing up, and his trainer, the one that trained him, Tim S. Grover, like he trains Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and he said the first thing, don't think.
Yeah.
You already know what to do. Don't think, because when you start to overthink, you
Yeah.
start to pull yourself back, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if I had overthink, oh, this, maybe I'm not, maybe I haven't got anything to say. I don't think I'm worthy. I don't think, people are not going to like me because of the way that I look. I ain't going to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
So I don't overthink. I just take it. I just flow with it. And then I also know that other people have zero power over you.
Yeah.
They're going to say stuff about you,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
have zero power over you.
You exactly.
And you can dream, and when you dream big.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose, right? And
Lose exactly. You don't have anything to lose. Yeah.
Exactly, things start happening, or things start to open up. So I guess that's where I would say absolutely, really, really grateful. The journey is the one that I feel blessed with. Once you're there, you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. What's next? That's me, because I'm like, I've conquered, you once you've conquered Everest, you feel like you can
Yes.
conquer anything, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So what's
Absolutely.
next? And then going to the next. I always feel it's just, okay, what's next? Thankful. Because if you're not thankful, things aren't going to come your way.
Yeah.
That's also
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be thankful, grateful.
gratitude. And
Yeah.
then the
Gratitude.
next thing,
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
thing. There's so much to do, right, Priyanka?
I know. Absolutely.
You can't just
Possibilities
like,
are endless.
So
Absolutely.
exactly. So that's where I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. That was really, really inspiring. And I'm sure everyone who would be listening to this and who is listening would really be inspired. The opportunities and possibilities are endless. There is no limitation. The limitation is all here. So don't overthink. Don't think at all. Just take one moment at a time and just take the leap of faith. And by that, I mean that trust that you will get there one day. And don't give that pressure on yourself. Is there anything else that you would like to tell all the viewers before any last words?
Yes, a couple of things I would say. Like when you mentioned that don't overthink it, you don't have to know everything. Like I feel that you don't have to know the 100 steps, right? When you go on a building, you can't see the top 100 steps, but you can see the first or 2 steps.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
take the first or 2 steps, you see the second and third.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, kind of thing. And then, that's this thing about perfection, even for me. Like as a computer scientist, part of it is I have to publish paper on publication that we have to like, oh my God, I didn't send it over because I don't think it's perfect. And then I miss sending it out, right?
Yeah.
So just, I would say start even before you feel ready.
Yeah.
Start before. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be done.
Yeah.
But I focus on getting better and better and better and better and better. That's all you've got to focus on. Even like in business, like sales call. Oh my God, right? Sales call, like,
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
But as you practice, it's just a skill, isn't
Yes,
it, Priyanka?
yeah.
Just like cooking.
Yeah.
Just have to practice and practice and practice and practice. Did you feel like, oh, sales call,
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Yeah.
But I would say those 2 things, Priyanka. Number
Yeah,
1 is start before you feel ready. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just
yeah,
got to be done. And just take the first step and allow yourself to flow. And then the second step will be reveal. Like you were mentioning, trust is a big key in the law
yeah.
of
Of
attraction.
attraction.
If you
Yes.
don't trust it,
Yeah,
got doubt, it isn't going to happen, isn't it,
yeah,
Priyanka?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking out the time. I know it's 7 o'clock in the morning for you. So thank you so much for taking out the time from your daily routine and sharing your inspiration with all of us. And guys, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Share it with all of your friends, your family, whoever needs this inspiration. If you want to connect with Izdihar, I will put her Facebook profile link and you can reach out to her. And also, if there are any other channels to reach out to her, I'll definitely put it down in the description box below. So do check it out. And please do subscribe to my channel and do press the bell icon so that whenever I make a video, you get a notification. Thank you all and see you all soon in another video.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.